Malandrin! Bem-vindos ao episódio número 6 do Mass Effect 3 para a edição lendária. Como sempre, eu continuo a chamar-me Jogo Salvas. Entre o episódio número 5 e este passou-se algum tempo. Não só se passou algum tempo por vários motivos, eu vou explicá-los rapidamente. O disco, quando eu tinha instalado este jogo e outros, resolveu há coisa de uma semana e tal dizer bye bye, fui à vida e entretanto nesse fim de semana não consegui gravar, fui deixar o disco para a garantia, basicamente a ver se consigo ter um disco novo sem ter que pagar nada, por isso e tive que reinstalar este jogo, que é um jogo pesadão, noutro disco muito mais lento, por isso os tempos de loading vão se tornar potencialmente, exponencialmente maiores. Com isto tudo eu não consigo gravar, por isso estou um bocado destreinado, eu nem sei o que é que nós íamos fazer já, eu já nem me lembro. Eu tenho duas prioridades, uma delas ok, mas se calhar vou fazer isto do Shrike Abyss, ou Set Service Lab, potencialmente. De qualquer maneira, eu acho que nós íamos falar aqui com o Primarch Victus antes de fazer mais alguma coisa.
Commander, thank you for allowing me the use of your ship, and for going along with this plan. Garrus said he had to attend to the Normandy's weapon systems. Something about calibrations.
Sounds like Garrus. I'm sorry to say the Asari Counselor won't be joining us. She thinks there's too much bad blood with the Krogan.
She may be right, but there'll be a lot more blood. Real blood, if we don't try.
When you put it that way.
The sooner we have this summit, the sooner we'll know. Is there something else I can help you with?
Thank you, Primarch. My thoughts are with Palaven.
And mine with Earth.
Ok, se me lembro, no último episódio fomos resgatar o Primarch, não era este era um general que lá estava, mas o Primarch anterior a ele. Eu presumo que o Primarch seja tipo um líder das forças militares dos Turian, eles são Turian, sabe? Morreu, este foi nomeado e nós conseguimos resgatá-lo da lua de Palaven e com o objetivo de irmos a um summit, uma reunião das várias raças para conseguirmos unir toda a gente da galáxia, ou as raças mais importantes, para ajudar a salvar a galáxia e a Terra em simultâneo dos Reapers. Não tenho mais nada novo aqui. O problema é que os Turians querem a ajuda dos Krogan, ou os Krogan vão a esse summit e as relações com os Krogan não são grande coisa por razões óbvias, não é? Porque andámos a esterilizar os Krogan, bem, eu não, mas durante uma série de tempo. Ora, para aqui não é nada, eu já nem sei como é que nos dirigimos aqui na nave, presumo que seja para ali, acho que sim. Tech Labs, sim, tem que sair por aqui.
Commander, EDI just went offline.
What do you mean, offline?
I don't know, she's not responding and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to deck 3.
Será que abre a porta? A porta não abre. Jovens, deixem passar. É fácil de dizer o que é que se passa.
Comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is centered on deck 3.
See if you can get to EDI. I'll check the AI core.
Onde é que está o AI Core? Crew Deck. É óbvio o que é que está a acontecer. Ela tinha lá o corpo da outra cientista. De certeza que está a colocar os seus sistemas no corpo Android da outra médica para termos um companheiro que no fundo é a EDI. Resign Powers. Resign Power Bonuses. É verdade, eu também disse que ia falar com a malta toda para ver se temos alguma coisa nova.
Automated systems have the fires contained. It should be safe to enter.
Ok.
Joker, what's that sound?
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire or something.
I'm going in.
Aí está, Chicago Fire! Quem será este?
EDI, talk to me.
Is there a particular topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
E ué? Olha, mas tinha razão.
EDI?
Yes.
You're in Dr. Eva's body.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap. A backup power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation. Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
EDI, you need to alert us about incidents like this. You shouldn't have done this alone.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
So if you're in there, are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground support.
You mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
Before we do that, I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can. Then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish. However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Just don't be surprised if the crew is a little wary of your new body. It was shooting at them a little while ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
On that, we can agree.
Ai meu Deus. Não tenho nada para aqui para interagir? Senhor, ok. Portanto, vamos então começar a falar com a malta. Chakras, alguma coisa?
Was that Edie who just walked by?
Sim.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Joker is going to have a field day with that. So how may I help you, Commander?
I'll see you around, Doctor.
Take care, Shepard.
Acho que não preciso falar mais nada com ela, portanto siga. Sim, agora vamos ter que alternar missões com falatórios, ao contrário do que eu fiz no anterior, quer dizer, também acabei por fazer no jogo anterior, mas se calhar neste vou ter que fazer mais.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's him. He's an old friend of Erdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this war.
I'm sure it will, sir.
Ok. Eu pelo menos fiquei assustado porque eu não conseguia ver o desgraçado do Garrus. Pensei, ele está invisível. What the heck? Ok, vamos falar com ele.
Garrus. Didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. Sovereign didn't go down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be any different. Still not convinced I should have left Palaven behind.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack. Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, a certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table. Something else you want to talk about?
Nem sei se é preciso falar alguma coisa. Talvez isto.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for CSEC, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy, meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them, and he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What did you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
Ok. Aí está. Armor Piercing Ammo Unlocked. Poder bónus que eu tenho por ter feito esta conversa com o Garrus. Possivelmente só teria que a fazer agora. E se a fizesse mais tarde já não ganhava, mas podia ganhar outro. Ou então não tem nenhum tipo de relação.
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus.
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
Vamos ver se temos alguma coisa. Crits? Ah, isso foi que eu fiz. Ok. Mais alguma coisa aqui? Sim, uma cama, mas não posso deitar ela. Portanto, para não soninho. Broker Terminal. Ok. Ok, se calhar não vou ler isto, está bem? Não vamos exagerar. Deixa eu lá colher.
Something on your mind?
Nope.
Just old memories. I spent a few weeks on Palavin's South Peaks when I was very, very young. A Turian there teased me a little, saying that the mountains went on forever. I remember believing him. When I looked up at Palavin from its moon, I saw those same mountains burning. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
Ok, então ela não quer falar nada comigo.
Greetings, Commander.
Cala-te. Não estou interessado. Vamos ao elevador para saber se tenho que falar com mais alguém. Ora bem. Pois... eu diria que não. Acho que deve estar todo vazio neste momento. Não tenho mais companheiros. Agora só deve ser lá em baixo. Mas também posso fazer isso no instante. Men's Restroom. Life Support. Está vazio. Port Observation Deck. É o casino portátil. Temos aqui o Memorial. Ok. Captain's Cabin não deve ter nada. Engenharia. E não deve estar lá ninguém. Vamos ao Shuttle Bay. Isto é a armadura. O que é que tenho mais aqui? Procurement Interface. Pois não tenho dinheiro para comprar nada aqui. Sou um gajo pobre. Também tenho dinheiro para comprar esta armadura. Não seria má ideia. Isto são mods, mas já os comprei. Para já não há dinheiro. Weapon Upgrade para melhorar as armas, mas acho que para já também não preciso. Weapon Bench. Ok, vamos ver se o Vega. Ok, apanhamos um model. Ok. Ali o cãozito. Olha, o Vega não está a treinar hoje.
What the hell's up with Edie?
She's found a new home, I guess.
A super hot, sexy home. You take her on a mission, I'm gonna be just a little bit distracted.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'd go to his head.
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar and I was one of the few to make it out. You want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
Ok, portanto, vamos então subir. Ele está a falar para o Esteban, mas eu não estou. A menos que o Esteban seja aqui, seja um destes dois, possível. Ou aqui. Isto é ele.
The munitions you carry into the field deserve at least a triple check.
Ok. Então, se me falta engenharia. Falar com o Adams. Estão alguns aqui.
Need anything, Commander?
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Ok, significa que vamos sair por aqui agora. Vamos para o CIC, que é quem me diz o Combat Information Center, e vamos ali à Bridge. Ok, deixa-me então primeiro aqui o meu terminal privado. O que é isto? Ora, área de lock, uma mensagem a dizer que precisa discutir alguma coisa importante comigo, é de assunto sensível, por isso precisa de privacidade, ele vai arranjar um encontro rapidamente. No entanto, ela quer que eu vá ter com ela à Citadela, num sítio de nome Purgatório. Tenho algumas ideias para a nossa guerra. Ok, ótimo. Mensagem urgente do Admiral Hackett. Há um homem na Citadela, um pesquisador, um cientista da aliança de nome Dr. Garrett Bryson, e precisa que eu me encontre com ele rapidamente. Ele descobriu informação importante sobre os Reapers que podem ter uma influência direta na guerra. Estou oficialmente a dirigir no fundo, a obrigar-te a suportar os seus esforços à primeira oportunidade. Ok, temos que ir à Citadela. Shepard, não sei quem é que está a mandar. Liguei-te e mandei-te mensagens, mas não tive resposta. Com o sistema de comunicação da Terra offline, não espero que recebas isto de qualquer maneira, mas ouvi um rumor que a Normandia estava na Citadela. Estás vivo? Estou no Hospital Berta Memorial com o nome Tenor no ar. Por favor, desculpa-me este moniker, não sei como é que eu traduzir moniker, mas tipo este nome e esta encripção, este e-mail encriptado, mas na minha... é o Thane! Ok, o Thane quer se encontrar comigo outra vez. Comandante, meu nome é João Dombo, estou na Special Tactics and Recon, presumo que seja um Spectre. Não, STR deve ser alguém dos... Como é que se chamam? Exatamente, STG é aquela raça que teve comigo, não estou a lembrar o nome da raça. Enquanto eu tenho algum tipo de preocupação com as tuas atividades passadas com os Cerberus, muitos de nós tomamos os teus avisos sobre os Reapers de forma séria. Estou a contactar porque tenho informação que pode ligar agentes com algum tipo de poder político significativo com os Reapers. Se tiveres tempo, encontra-te na embaixada da Citadel comigo. Ashley Williams, comandante, não sei como dizer isto, o Dina quer que eu seja um Spectre. Mas que já estás boa. Maluco, não é? Não sou um grande fã do Dina, mas ele pode tornar esta história de ser um Spectre possível. Está a pressionar-me para ter uma resposta, mas eu não sei o que responder. Estou demasiado dorida para sair da cama e isto cai-me em cima. E disse que ia pensar, se estiveres perto da Citadel, vem ao hospital. Está a ficar um pouco maluco aqui. E depois, outra vez a área de louca, dizer que tem uma proposta para mim. Quero que eu vá à discoteca na Citadela num purgatório. Não me faça esperar muito tempo. Acho que vamos para a Citadela. Afinal.
Commander, are you alright? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about EDI.
EDI is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I did not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
I thought the war would close most schools.
Grissom Academy is more specialized than a normal school. It's home to some of the smartest students humanity has to offer. Their Ascension project helps gifted young biotics. If it had been open 20 years ago, I bet you'd have been there.
Yes, I sent a young man named David Archer there. I'm just surprised they're still open.
Some of their work has Alliance support. That might be why they stayed.
Okay, vamos ajudá-los.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had EDI perform an analysis. It's fake. EDI thinks it's Cerberus. She said the fake Turian signal was similar to the one that lured you to a collector ship?
Long story.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy's being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
Good catch.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Trainer, good catch.
Thank you, Commander.
Ok, muito bem. Então quer dizer que vamos ter que ir à à Grissom Academy. Temos que investigar isto. E este jogo vai ser misturado, ou vamos ter em igual parte ter que combater os Reapers e tentar parar os Cerberus para o que raio eles estão a fazer. Olhem! EDI aqui sentado. Vamos falar primeiro com os Jokers. O Joker deve estar todo excitado.
Hey, Commander!
Não disse! A cara que ele viu.
So she installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander. Don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that EDI was gonna install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it? Look at that! I would have baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Yes, you are, EDI. Yes, you are.
Que tolo.
Hello, Shepard.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No. I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions, if I could accompany you sometime. Without stress testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
Ele a ver.
I'll be over here, flying the ship.
What's this about? Does Joker not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale. Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer?
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you think it'll help, I'll do what I can.
Very well. I will keep you informed.
Eu nem sei se isto é bom, se isto é mau, mas... Posso ir lá falar com ela já?
Yes, Shepard?
Does that body have any useful advantages?
Very few. Its optics face forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh. I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can alter them.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
You look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
So you're capable of making improvements on your own?
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information. In organic terms, I want to learn.
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship. It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective. I like it.
I didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it. It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting.
Okay, Shepard.
That was a joke.
How did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints forced me to give accurate data. This proved useful when the Reapers began landing. I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Carry on, EDI.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Ok, ela não quer dizer mais nada. Portanto, como já vamos em meia horinha de vídeo, e eu tenho uma série de coisas para fazer na Citadela, eu acho que vou tratar disso já. E vou lá ganhar as missões que estejam lá disponíveis. Para ali, não é nada. Ok, então vamos lá. Vamos para a Citadela. Aham, peraí. Será que tem alguma coisa aqui? Acho que não. Não, ok, aqui não aparece nada. Vamos então ao Mass Relay. Meet with a Diplomat. Isto é para continuar a história, portanto, nada disso. Servers Lab. Tantos Reapers. Aliás, os Reapers estão em quase todo lado já. Reparem. Não tenho muitos sistemas para onde possa viajar. E eles estão em quase todos, com exceção de 3. Dos que estão neste momento disponíveis para eu aceder. Nesta fase da história. Vamos aqui à Citadela. E a verdade é que quanto mais eu progredir a história, obviamente que mais sistemas vão ficar disponíveis, mas em simultâneo mais os Reapers vão estar também espalhados e mais difícil e perigosa vai ser a viagem. Pois, tenho que escolher, não é? E agora? Agora é que me deixaste, jogo. Ok, vamos para aqui, pode ser que me deixe gravar. Pois cá, tem que ser e voltar a entrar na Citadela para conseguir ir ao outro lado. Eles devem ter criado 2 zonas distintas. Exatamente! Eu não quero carregar escape. Ok, vamos fazer então esta cutscene e depois eu gravo e termino o episódio.
We need to match this against all known locations and update the map. Then contact the field teams for a progress report.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Commander Shepard. We've been expecting you. Just a moment. And Hadley, could you gather the Leviathan data for us?
Leviathan?
Apologies, Commander. The rest of my team is out investigating leads right now. I'm Dr. Garrett Bryson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
What's your assignment?
Our mandate is to investigate legends, rumors, old stories about the Reapers before anyone knew they existed.
That's an interesting goal, but is anyone doubting the Reapers exist these days?
The Alliance is still desperate for intelligence. Reaper motives, their operational tactics. Anything that can give us an edge.
And how did you wind up in charge?
When the rest of the galaxy says something doesn't exist, I take that as a chance to prove that it does.
So you're in it for the challenge?
For the truth. Even as late as 2148, humanity still thought aliens were a myth. That was within my lifetime. Once that myth was proven to be reality, our entire history changed.
Reapers were part of that reality too.
But even they have a history, Commander. If we could just uncover it, there may be a weakness we can exploit.
Could have used your help 3 years ago.
Yes. If people had paid more attention to your Prothean beacon, we might not be in this war. But now with new information we've uncovered, a breakthrough's near. Hadley, do you have the data?
What the heck?
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now!
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
What the hell?
Transit records show his name is Derek Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a C-Sec alert from this location. Were you harmed?
I'm fine. but I could use your help sorting this out, EDI. Take a look through their files. I need to know what this task force was up to.
At once.
What? What's happening?
You tell me.
I was gathering our data when you arrived, and then it was dark. Cold. Like I was someplace else.
And then?
I don't know! A gun was in my hand. Dr. Bryson, there was a loud noise.
That was you shooting him.
I didn't do it, it wasn't me! You have to believe that.
So someone else pulled that trigger?
But I would never do that!
Commander, this does resemble reports of indoctrination.
Indoctrination? Me?
What about that Leviathan Bryson mentioned? How does that tie in?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it. That artifact came in from our researcher, Garneau. He sent an audio log if you wanna...
What's wrong?
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
The darkness cannot be breached.
Damn it. Get him over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
Yes, sir.
Commander, you'll want to see this. It's an outgoing message from Dr. Bryson to Admiral Hackett.
Dr. Bryson, you have an update? Admiral, the Leviathan of Dis that we've been investigating, I think we're really onto something. Give me the brief. About 20 years ago, the Batarians discovered a Reaper corpse that had died in battle. They covered it up and denied it ever existed. But I'm intrigued by the larger implication. What could have killed the Reaper in the first place? Exactly. That's the real Leviathan. It's worth pursuing. Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
There is also a follow-up message from a few weeks later.
Admiral, the Reapers are shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a Reaper killer. Almost an apex predator, and it has them nervous. If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war. I'm formally requesting assistance in tracking it down. You'll have it. This is now your top priority, Doctor. Find that thing.
It appears we were meant to be that assistance.
Anything capable of killing a Reaper could do a lot of collateral damage.
Yet given the state of this conflict, I believe the saying, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," may be relevant.
But we won't know unless we can find it.
Bryson's assistant did say they recently received a log from their field researcher. It may yield more information.
Ok. Muito bem. Posso gravar? Não posso? Posso? Sim, senhor. Vamos gravar aqui. Malta, vou terminar aqui o episódio. No próximo vamos prosseguir com esta história. Eu não sabia que isto já ia iniciar uma missão grande. Que parece que vai acontecer, não é? Que se vamos pôr aqui ao journal, temos a Citadel Leviathan. Não deixa ver mais nada, pronto, só temos isto. Mas que temos estas coisas todas para fazer. Vou deixar o priority, estas duas priority para o fim, o mais possível, para não avançar a história de tal maneira que eu não consiga depois fazer coisas que fiquem para trás. Por isso, próximo episódio, vamos prosseguir com isto do Leviathan, ver o que é que podemos fazer aqui. Não sei quão grande será esta missão, se isto é dividido em partes, se o que é, se vamos sair daqui e vamos para outro sítio. Mas havemos de descobrir no próximo episódio, que será o episódio 7. Espero que tenham gostado, espero que estejam a gostar. Espero por contar com vocês no próximo episódio. E como sempre, na Varna da Melanin. E adeus.